as well. I know I am. I don't know where you were for the last breakout session, but I was right here. A wonderful breakout session by Ed Weens. He talked about making the decision. Of course, this also involves putting in the work, leveraging your time, and be committed. And our next speaker, she made the decision. She put in the work, and she mastered leveraging her time, being both effective and efficient. Our next speaker, Edwina Lee, and I have a couple more words to share with her, because Edwina calls herself a very ordinary person. She was a good student who got a good degree and a good job. She married, started a family, and left her job to raise her children. She encountered sickness, sleepless nights, stress, and mounting bills. And that might sound familiar. She hopes the next part will too. Seeking hope, balance, and well-being. She found Cell Health products through supportive people, leading to renewed purpose and passion. Please welcome to the stage Triple Diamond Executive, Edwina Lee.
Thank you.
Have fun.
All right, thank you. Good afternoon, ASEA. Can you hear me? Okay, I have two news for you. One good and one bad. The bad news is I lost my voice last night, so I'm scratchy. If you can't hear me clearly, could you give me a sign like this? Then I would take out my little spray bottle. Guess what's inside? Someone gave me Ricola. Someone gave me lozenges. I say, no, I have this. Okay, so this works if you have a very bad throat. All right, so when you give me that sign, I'll start doing this. So the good news is, I hope I won't be so long, because those of you who know me knows that I don't stop. I'll try. Okay, what are we here for? All right, before I start, let's see who I'm talking with. You're going to answer me 3 questions that will help me in my presentation. And you'll answer it sincerely with your heart, not looking around left or right. It doesn't matter what to think of you. Okay, ready? 3 questions. First question, how many of you here really wants to be a diamond and you're serious about it? Oh my God. I may have the wrong set of slides. Okay, how many of you doesn't want to be a diamond and you can be honest about it? Really? 1, great. Brave girl. That's it. Can I have the truth? When I first started, I don't want to be a diamond. No kidding. My upline was so cross. Even when I reached gold and he brought me up to the diamond table and said, Edwina, next year you'll be up there. But I don't want to be a diamond. He's like, what? Because I'm happy as I am. Why should I be a diamond? And you can ask David, that's the truth, right? I'm a weirdo, okay? So everything I do doesn't run along the conventional wisdom. So whatever I say today, maybe uplines are going to be very cross with me, but take what you think is useful to you and you can forget the rest, okay? All right, so since I know 99.9% of you wants to be a diamond, I will focus my talk in that direction. Okay, let's go. Okay, myths about being a diamond. Okay, I'm sure you must have seen this. Right? If you go for some conferences and you hear podcasts or you read books, or they will tell you the only criteria for success is that you are hungry, willing, and coachable. Yes? Yes, really? I don't agree. Okay, let's define it. How many of you here thinks that you are hungry, willing, and coachable? Well, not too bad, about 80%. Okay, all right. If you are hungry, it means I will do it now despite I'm busy. I will do this call now with a friend despite being afraid. I will do it now despite I don't know what I'm going to say next. There's always a something that holds us back. Someone asked me in the corridor yesterday, I have a problem. I said, sure, what is it? I have voices in my head before I call someone, that says that she's not going to say yes. She will think that I'm a weirdo. She's going to think that I'm pressurizing her. She'll think that it's a scam. How many of you feel that way? You hear voices in your head every day? And you guess what I tell her? I said, when I prospect now as a triple diamond, I still hear those voices in my head. It doesn't go away. It never does. You can ask all your diamond leaders, your gold executives, Danielle Matthews, am I right? Do you still hear voices in your head? Absolutely, it does. So if you're waiting for the day that the voices go away, they don't. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. But what's going to happen is you realize it's normal. You are normal. Okay? And people who succeed simply went ahead to share it even when they hear that in their head. And someone asked me, I said, I'm not very successful. I said, sure. Tell me, what's your success rate? 5%. Means you talk to, okay, my brain is not working. 5% means if you talk to 10 people, half a person comes. If you talk to 20 people, 1 person enrolls. Okay, that's the correct math. Does that sound good to you? When I first started, when I talked to 20 people, 2 enrolls. I'm 10% when I first started. Now, maybe my percentage is maybe 25%, maybe less, maybe more. Interesting? Why do I want to say this to you? If you have a 5% success rate or you have a higher than 10% success rate, you are amazing. And if you don't, you are normal, perfectly normal. The worst thing people do is they always think that I'm not good enough. I'm not doing well. I'm doing badly. I'm not cut out for this. I can't do this. I should just quit. And when your upline calls you, hey, how are you? I'm busy. My children needs me. My garden needs me. And I'm just busy. Actually, we're not busy. We are very discouraged. Okay? So I want to set this clear because if you know this to be truth, then you know that you are okay. So this is about our business, is where you continue to do this sharing despite these odds, and you find some reason to do it. So willing is that I'm willing to pay the price to get it done. I'll talk to 20 people to have 2 agree to the product, agree to the opportunity. Are you willing to do that? That means you get 18 no's or 18 not now. How many of us have saw friends that we talked to years ago, months ago, and they came back? Look at that. Look at that. It's true. Some will come back. Some will call you for it. I remember there was a friend that I went to see her because she has the same health challenges that my daughter has. And she said, no, I'm not interested at all. I was like, oh, I'm surprised because they're the same thing, right? 6 months later, she called me, Edwina, whatever that you are using, sign me up. Get me the best package. You don't even know what is it. It doesn't matter. I saw you use it and you didn't die drinking that thing. It's truth. That's the exact words. Why? Because I found a product before it was official in my company, in my country, which means nobody has ever heard about it or even seen it. It's an unknown thing and it tastes weird. And the size cannot be comprehended and it's made on salt and water. What's that? So my friend figured I better be the white mouse and make sure it's safe. So when I started prospecting, it was uphill because that's what I was facing. We are not selling vitamin C. We are not. And therefore, we are not closing deals. We are opening minds. Coachable. I will commit to grow and do what I learn. When we start with this business, we start with a lot of passion because we love the product. We love to help people. And we want to share with our friends. And you say, I can't do what my diamonds do. I can't do this. I can't do that. Of course. Of course. This is a business and a journey where it takes growth to arrive. And you learn by doing, you do by learning, and then you grow by learning and doing. When I first read this quote in ASEA United by Danny Robinson, she said, leaders are readers. I took that very seriously. I started reading. And now with audiobooks, with podcasts, people who are not visual have it easy. You can listen. I'm visual, but I'm busy. So I learned to be audio now. I plugged in and I wash my dishes. I plug in and I drive. And now we have ear pods of all kinds, you know. It's really easy to look like you're not doing anything, but you are listening. So plug in. If you do 10 minutes a day, it will go very, very far. I have a 14-year-old son. And I said, son, will you listen to 21 Success Secrets of Self-Made Millionaire? It's a 45 minutes presentation. But if you do 10 minutes in the bus on the way to school, you will arrive. And if you take one thing and act on it, you are already better than your peers. And if you do that, every year you do one thing, you will be a great man when you grow up. This business is about small steps, consistently made. You're going to arrive. You don't need to jump the gun and be that person immediately. You don't have to, because you cannot be that person immediately. You really can't. All right? So the key takeaway, I have seen people who are totally committed, coachable, willing, and hungry, but they don't be diamond. They don't go anywhere. I've seen people who tell me, I don't want to be a diamond, but I love the product. I want to help my aunt. I want to help my neighbor. I want to help someone, and they share with someone once every 3 months, but they never stopped. It's like every 3 months there's someone coming in. Every 6 months there's someone coming in, customer or associate. They have no great goals, but she's going to arrive because she's doing the right things. This business is not built just by attitude. This business is built by activities. You may not have the right mindset yet, but if you're doing the right things, by chance you will be a diamond like me. Because I never sell to be a diamond, right? In fact, I was only sharing the product 3 times a year. I only work June and December because they're school holidays. That's when school is out. I don't need to be mom. My kids can watch TV and eat pizzas all day. It's fine. It's their holiday. It's my holiday. So it's my ASEA day, right? School days, I can't do anything because I will not take my time away from my children to do a business that I'm not interested. Sounds fair? But I want to share a product that I love and help people that I know on my terms. And that's how most people start. That's how most people in your team wish to start. So if you start with, do you want to be a diamond? No. Would you do the business? What business? I don't want to be a scam artist. Don't ask that question. Just ask them, do you like the product to share with someone? Do you know someone in need? Perhaps you could connect me and I'll do that 10-minute phone call for you. And if they are interested, we will start from there. I built my business by making it very, very easy for my people to start. They don't need to attend trainings. They don't need to commit to 100 name lists. They don't even give me 10. I say, just give me 1. Let's do 1. And in that 1 name, I proved to you that I could help you, and the experience was pretty painless, and it was enjoyable, and you earn some money because I sign them up for you. They will give me the next name, maybe the next 3, maybe the next 5. And when they start to earn money, they'll tell you, this is nice, I'll do it intentionally. This is my 10 names, Abhinav, would you help me? I start with baby steps because I don't believe most people want to do a network marketing business. If you meet someone like that, then the path is different. But most people in our organizations are not like that. All right? So when you're prospecting people, they always ask us to go for big people, influence, network marketers. I don't have any in my network. I really don't. I think till today, I don't have a single networker in my organization. Till today, I don't think I have a powerful person in my group. I have an influencer who has not started and is not sure if he wants to start because he has money, he has popularity. Why does he want to do this? But I have a lot of homemakers, retirees who love people and with a good heart, they want to help one other person. If I would do the bulk of the work for them, they're pretty happy to connect me. Make sense? Yep. So that's my work. I serve my team very hard, but I enjoy helping people and I enjoy doing that for them. So what are the right activities? Oh, my story. See, I told you, I did this slides 2 months ago and my brain, the way I am, if I go on and off my slides, please forgive me. Okay, my story. Right, I started as a mom. I have 4 children. When I started, they were this young. It was 5, 7, 9, and 11. So someone tell me I'm busy as a mom. I say, you kidding me? You can't compare to me, right? Unless you have 6 children. Okay, so it can be done. 2 times a year, June and December. Okay, so I started because my eldest daughter have a very severe health challenge. Don't ask me what is it, I'm not supposed to say it. But anyway, I was looking for a product that would help her. And I was not interested in MLM because I bought many products, I've seen many presentations, I met many people, and it was none good. I have no respect for the industry at that point in time. None. But I needed a product. I saw David's presentation. I said, okay, it sounds like it makes sense. At most, it doesn't work. Let's try. And after about a month, he called me and said, will you come to the global convention? I'm like, why? I'm in Singapore. It's a 25 hours flight with transit. I got to pay $3,000. I'm a poor mom and broke. Why do I want to go there? And what do I do there? I said, come and see the factory. It was at Salt Lake. Come and see the people. Come and see ASEA. I'm like, why? I'm not even interested. And he called me 5 times. And all he tells me is, if you don't go, you don't know. But if you go, you will then know, and you can decide if it's for you. And if it's not for you, I will never call you again. I think at some point I probably went because he said that. But actually what my intention was, I want to go to the factory to just validate if this product is really made in a proper facility. Because at that point, everything I see is paper, safety studies. You know, I think ASEA Healthy Self only started later after I joined. I just saw some website. Everything is on paper. I'm buying a promise on paper. I wanted to go and see the facility and see if this is real. And so I went. And ever since then, every convention is a commitment. Every convention is homecoming. I have tons of friends now, and I come here and I'm really happy, and I see a lot of them here. They're here to support me, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. So thank you for coming to convention. And for our virtual friends, I'm so happy that because of the pandemic, we could have you on board with us without you paying the airfare and braving the transit. But you only have half the deal, which is content. The other half of the deal is people. You have to come and experience ASEA in people. So in my first convention, what got me sold was people. I met real people who drank the product. And they drank it for 5 years and they're still alive. In fact, they look younger. I said, okay, it must be working, right? And I heard tons and tons of product stories from real people who stands just 1 meter away from me. And I think that day I found conviction that if someone asked me, hey, what are you taking? I could say something about it. I dare to share it because I've met real people. So that was what the first convention did for me. Of course, we met Tyler, we've seen the company, we've done all that stuff, that's okay. So we tick all the boxes. And I said, all right, I think this company sounds like the right culture. I'm willing to do it my way. And so I told my upline, will you leave me alone and let me do it my way? Because if it's not my way, it's no way. Because I'm non-compliant, I can't follow instructions. So if you have someone like that in your team, it drives you nuts, don't worry, it could be a second me, And the joke is, David told me, Edwina, don't do this. Guess what I do? I do that tomorrow. And I did that for 10 different things until I go, okay, David is right. David is right. David is right. I cannot do this. After 10 times, I said, okay, I can trust my upline now. Whatever he says, I will do from now on because he has proven himself that he's right. So if you have people who don't listen to you, it's okay. They may be your best people after a while. Give them time, okay? We need to earn the respect of our team. They need to know that we are serious in what they say, what we say. So if we say, I do not pressurize you, don't worry. Make sure we do that, okay? All right, this is my journey. And I just want to say I started in 2017 as a product user. I shared when people asked me about it. I shared if I know someone really need it. And my only intention was to cover costs, really. My kids was using about 800 PV a month. I need to find money. And all I did was in a week, I find 2 mornings that I can afford not to cook. I can afford not to clean my house. And say, oh, go for coffee with someone if they live 10 minutes from my house. Because that's how I could manage my time. But by the end of the first 6 months, my organization ran a 90-day splits. And I say, okay, I'm big I say, after convention, I say, all right, let's go and do it, right? But I can't do 90 days. I can only do 60 days. Because that's the entire time I have. So I did that. I can't do social media. I don't know how to pick up a phone and talk about it. I don't know how to text about it. At that time, the only thing I know how to do is to buy a coffee for a friend and hope that before coffee gets cold, I open my mouth and say what I'm supposed to say. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm like, I panic all the way. Okay, that's the truth. Come on, you looked at me like I'm weirdo. Doesn't that happen to you? Yeah? Okay, I did that. And so the 90 days, the 60 days, what I did. So I decided that I will meet people for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I was just trying very hard to get people to go out and eat with me. So this is pre-pandemic, right? And that's possible. So I got the first week settled. Okay, I got the first week settled. Let's go. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's the date. Hey, are you free for next week? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I did that on the way. I just aimed, my goal is to meet someone to eat with me. Every meal has to have a company, have a companion. That's my only goal. My goal was not enroll 5 people, share with 120 people. No, my goal was I just wanted someone to eat with me every single day, every single meal. There are some meals that I couldn't, but by the end of the 3rd week, 4th week, 5th week, I could because I have appointments that are later and people could free up time for me. So if I collate it, after 60 days, guess how many people I've met? 120. And how many people did I enroll? 15, 5. Bigger than 10%, right? Not too bad, right? But it was only 15 of 120. And out of 15 people, some customers, some associates, I found 2 persons who said that they will probably share the product with someone they know, not as a business, not hungry, coachable, not those stuff. It's just, I think this is good enough that if someone needs it, I will share it. And I was super excited. I got my first builder. Oh my God. Okay? But this is life, right? So at that time, Singapore started, and we have a whole bunch of men who came in on the business. They really came in with the business. They saw the tech, they saw the future, they came in, and they were aggressive. Derek Chu went diamond in 6 months. I was still trying to figure out what to do. Then after he went ambassador diamond in 1.5 years, I was trying to get the bronze. So in our first Singapore recognition event, they called people up by ranks. It was about this big. I was the last one. I stood here. I went bronze. Okay? And during that period, they would say, oh, Edwin is the first few people who enrolled in ASEA. And they came in 1.5 years late. But they were like there, and I was here. So if you feel that you are slow and people are ahead of you, it's okay. If you start slow, it doesn't mean that you will forever be at the end of the line. It also doesn't mean that if you come in earlier, you have to be at the top of the line. There's no pressure, okay? You run your business, you take your time to find your convictions. I took a long time to find my convictions. It took me 18 months before I figured this product is worth to go all in. I needed that time. I needed 18 months. I needed about 100 people to tell me this thing works. My customers called me, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I said, okay, I think I received enough thank yous to know that this works. And if I recommend it, nobody will call me and say their aunt died. 4 years in the business, I tell you that's not true. I do have calls that people passed away. All right? And that's the truth. We are not marketing an elixir of immortality. And we are not God. We don't decide life and death. Many new associates give people the expectation, put the gel, and that pain should be gone instantly. And if it doesn't, oh, it didn't work. Please don't do that. You set them up for a lot of disappointment, and you're not fair to the product. Because ultimately, redox does nothing to the body unless the body is able to use it and heal itself. The engine is the body. And his body and her body is a different body, right? An old car and a new car is different. So do not give expectations that are unrealistic. Okay, anyway, let me get on to this. So I went bronze in March 2018 after that blitz because of that 15 people. And then I went up to silver in 3 months. It's very simple. If everybody from 100 PV buys 200 PV, you will definitely get a silver. It's not that hard. It's a 1,000 PV gap. And then I went gold in 3 months later. It was a fluke shot because at that time we would not charge VAT And then the company announced, we're going to charge VAT next month. Guess what? Everybody bought their product in that month. So I went gold. So it was a fluke shot. So the following year, I worked very hard to be paid gold because that was a fluke shot. The volumes went. So in this business, your income is not this way. Your income can be this way. You know, many people in my team worked really hard to get to bronze, and after bronze, they go into coma. I don't see them anymore. And there are only two reasons for it, if I can summarize. One, they realized the week they go bronze, the money was good. And then the next week, they're D700 or they're D300 or they're director. And they say there's no money. And then they go into this coma state. Or they think that at bronze, now I'm executive, I should lead my team. But nobody wants to share. And nobody wants to respond to me. And so I'm a poor leader, I'm a bad leader, and they go into this identity crisis of what am I supposed to do? Actually, at bronze, you still need to recruit, you still need to share because you don't have a team yet. You have successfully brought some people in, but you have not yet got the people that will do this with you. And that's normal, very, very normal. I think the lowest point in my ASEA journey was when I went bronze. I was Great Depression because of that reason. I said, I'm going to start my team. I motivated them, I did stuff with them. Nobody was interested. They went along with me. Sure, yes. But when the rubber hits the road, nah, I don't think we want to go with you, So they did this thing with me the whole time, and I was depressed. I think there's something wrong with me. I have poor leadership. I must have done the bad thing. I must have done the wrong thing. And I called David. I said, David, if I take all the money that I have earned in the last 1 year, and I put it to an air ticket to go Australia and attend Eric Worre's GoPro, will it change my life? Will I become a better person? Will this situation change? And I asked him 5 times because he didn't dare to reply me. I mean, those who are more successful, how would you reply your team member? He only gave me the reply 2 years later when I went diamond. And he said, at that time, I dare not tell you because it depends what you would do with it. An event doesn't change lives. You need to change to make it work. So I can't tell you that you're in depression, but I can't say, yes, of course you changed your life goal. So I just sit there and But anyway, I went. I was desperate. I was buying a chance. I walked in there. I was overwhelmed. Eric Worre spent tons of time giving all kinds of strategies, and I'm like, I don't get it. I have no idea what to do with it. I'm overwhelmed. I was scratching paper the whole time, and after a while, I stopped writing notes because it doesn't make sense anymore. Until he brought up 5 women to sit on the stage, and they're all top income earner of their company. And I didn't say, I went out at 8, and I talked to people till midnight, and I did that for 2 years. I reached the top of my company. I'm like, oh my God, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of time. That sounds like hard work, but that's what it takes to get to the top. And I sat there and I wrote 4 letters, GRIT. They didn't give up. They did the work, they gave the time, they paid the price, and therefore they succeeded. So the question myself is, am I going to do that? Am I going to pay the price? We always talk about the dream. We talk very little of the price. But people do not move because they can't pay the price. So if your dream is big, your price is big. High risk, high return, right? Investment. Same for business. You want to have great gains, you have to put great work. And that's sacrifice. If you put work somewhere, something in your life now has to give. So you decide what you're willing to give to get what you're willing to gain. And for many people, it starts very small. I do not ask anyone to come for training in my team until they earn a certain amount of money, because by then I has already given them a very clear return on investment. That's my style. I told you I'm a weirdo, right? So, yeah, pinch of salt. Okay, so I double ranked in 2020, the year of COVID. How many of us lost auto ships every week? I was losing 1,000 PV on each side every week. And I called my leader. I said, what are we going to do? She said, pray and cry. I said, sure, we should pray. I don't think we have to cry because it doesn't work. We need to do something. Do what? I don't know. Figure it out. So the year of COVID, many people's business shipwreck. I met someone that told me I was doing great and I lost everybody I had in the year of COVID. And now I got to redo this all over again. And I told her she's not alone. There are diamond leaders in that situation. There are platinums, there are gold. There are many people in that situation. These 2 years has been difficult for everybody in the world. But some things have changed. What? Zoom is now commonplace. Before that, if I ask people, will you meet my upline? Where is he? He's in America. You need to meet him on Zoom? No, I don't want to do that. So I can't do my three-way call. So guess who do my three-way calls? My downline, my guests, and my customers. And I'm pretty inventive. I do that. I have no one else to ask. So Zoom is commonplace. Anybody can scan a QR code now. So if you say your name cut by QR code, they can open it. And people are now more open to opportunity than before. Everybody wants a side income. People like to work from home. People want to think about passive income. People want some security somewhere else, and they're willing to give it a try. I think this is true across the world. People are more open. And there are people with a lot of health issues, for whatever reason that has created them, and there are people who need a product. So we actually have a more fertile soil. So if you have lost business, it's time to come back. There's only one line I tell my team: if you don't give up, you will succeed. If you need to go in coma for a while, it's okay, I love you. Because I did that too when I need to go somewhere and hide, and because I felt so hurt from all that rejections and stuff and self-doubt. But come back. As long as you come back, there will be a day that something will happen for you. Or you may enroll a weirdo like me and something may happen for you. All right, so I double ranked in the year of COVID. I went platinum in January, and I went diamond in April. How did that happen? And my good friend tells me, Edwina, you went diamond the same week that the country went on lockdown. So we can never forget the day. And people ask me, how do you manage to triple your income in 2020 and double ranked? I worked 20 hours a day. I did three-way calls on my teams. I done my prospecting till about 10, 11 o'clock, take a shower, and then I start building tools and systems and videos to do things online because we never had to do that. And I did it till 6 or 7 in the morning. Sleep 4 hours, and then I start my meetings all over again. And I did that for at least 8 to 12 weeks. I didn't see my kids at all. My youngest son has given up and lie on the floor and kicked the door, hoping the mom will open. And he has slept outside the door because I will go to my study in the morning and locked it till nighttime. And he has slept outside that door many days because he missed me. He's 9, he was 8 that time. Price to pay. My team tells me, Edwina, I don't have more time to give the business. Why do we need to do the videos? We'll just wait till COVID ends. I said, no, I won't wait. You think it's going to end in 1 month? I think even next year it's going to end. I'm not going to wait till next year. I will lose everybody in my business by then. I cannot wait, and I will not wait. And I get in this cute analogy. We are all big boats, not Titanic, and it's in a dark place, and we are all birthed by icebergs. The first ship that breaks out of it when sunrise is a ship that wins the race. So when it's dark and everybody's panicking, the one that's turning the wheel like crazy in the dark, when the light first comes out, you will break out immediately because you are ready. So I'm turning that wheel like hell now, even though I have no idea if what I do will succeed. Many times in this business, you have no idea if what you do will work. If you know for sure that what you do will work, you're not living on this world. You're living somewhere else because nothing ever is certain in this world. Who knows what will happen tomorrow if I want to wear a mask again? You know what I mean? Shanghai just locked down. So there's so much uncertainty. So why do we need certainty when we do something? Give it a try. My business is built on ideas that I created on my own, but I have a great upline who tells me, go try it. If it doesn't work, change it. What do you have to lose? A bit of effort, a bit of time, but if it works, you found your way, you found your way. Ultimately, you have to find a way that resonates with you and works for you, because everybody is different. And okay, so I'll get on with that. Okay, so what activities build a business? This is main staple. Tell your story. Tell your story, not tell redox. Tell your story, not do a redox presentation. Just tell someone, we are essentially eyewitness to what he has done for you. And you have shown that it works. And then invite them to know more. So share it with compassion, share it with authenticity, meet people where they are, share to many and do it often. And when they ask you, what exactly is this? That's when you bring a tool out. Bring them to a webinar, bring them to a testimony, bring them to a video explaining it. But you cannot use the tool as your first look because it doesn't connect. It's like someone leave a junk mail at my door and say, buy this. What are the chances that you will buy it? You won't unless you know what it is. But for our product, nobody knows what it is. So that method doesn't work. And people tell me, I have objections, there's doubts, and there's difficulty. That's what your upline is paid for. Use them. It's free for you. ASEA pays them for it. And if you don't know who's your upline, give support a call. May I know who's my diamond upline? I think as a diamond upline, we are obliged to help everybody in the organization, no matter who you are and where you are. So make them work for you. It's free for you. So let them handle the difficult questions. Don't try to figure it out. If they have gone diamond, they have done this a million times. They are so polished. It's not just content. We can read people and answer the question behind the question. If someone asks me, do you have scientific studies? I very, very rare go and dig PubMed for it. If the person I'm talking to is a 65-year-old retired teacher, I'm not doing it. If you say he's a retired doctor, maybe. He's a homemaker with a normal education, I'm not going to do it. It doesn't matter because she can't understand the document anyway. And it just confused more. The more stuff I send her, the more confusing it gets. And when you're confused, what do? You do nothing. You create more doubt. All right? So let someone who has experience handle it, and you have a higher chance of success. This is key. Because it's a 10% success rate, you need to find joy and purpose that keeps you sharing. Because it cannot be results. The results is very dismal. And some people need to hear this 6 times, 5 times before they think it's valid. So when you share with someone, they're like, really? And then after 6 months, they met someone who uses a product in the office. And they go, oh, it works for my friend. Okay, maybe there's something to it. And you come along and say, hey, I want to tell you about what it has done for me. Oh, really? Okay, I'm hearing it again. All right. It takes several repeats before people open up. It's also about timing. So you must find a joy and purpose to say, I'm going to be an ambassador for Redox. I'm just going to create awareness. When I first started, I create this vision message, and I encourage new people to do that because it makes you attractive. You want to hear my vision message? If my daughter has a tube of Renew 28 10 years ago, she would not have to suffer that physical pain that got her out of school, that affected her socially, emotionally. It affected her academically. She could not reach certain heights because of that loss of time. One tube of Renew 28 could have avoided that. But 10 years ago, it wasn't in my country. I can't undo my regret. Every day I bear that regret as a mom. But I want to prevent that for another family. My purpose is to share Redox to everybody I know so that one day this knowledge that you have now may help someone you love or someone you know. And if then that day comes, will you call me? Because I want to help them properly research this and find out how it's going to work for them. That's all I did. I said, will you take some time and take a look at this tool I have so that you understand what this is in a broad overview? And do you think you will say yes to me? But does it mean that I will enroll you? But have I done my part? Yeah. Because the right person will say, I'm interested. Can you tell me more? The wrong person will say, you have shared something interesting. Thank you. Am I rejected? No. Because I've done it in a nice way, right? If I gone and say, will you buy the product? No, I don't want to. Right? So depends what you ask, you will have the right answer. So think about what are you asking your friend to do. Sometimes people say, I don't want to be pushy. But the way we do it is, it's like, I send a tool to my friend, okay? And then she didn't reply me. So I don't want to say anymore. But she has no idea what you just sent her. There's no connection. There's no relevance. By backing off is irresponsible. You're not done your part yet. Or I'll say, hey, the product is good. You want to buy? And then she said, no. I feel rejected. She has no idea what you're talking about. You have not done your part to help her understand that it is useful for her and in what way is it something she consider. At the end of the day, to me, my job is to be educator. I'm an educator. I'm not here to sell something. But if I educate you enough, there will be people who want it now. There are people who want it later. They will say, no, I'm following my doctor, and that's fine. So you must find your joy and your purpose to keep you on this journey because it's a long journey. It's not 5 months. How many people go diamond in 6 months? I heard of one, I think, 3 maybe. But that's not normal. I'm a normal person. I don't get that fast. None of us do. Most of us don't. So you prepare for the long ride and you have to find that joy and purpose. For some people, it's money. I got to put food on the table and I must do it. For me, it's not. So you have to find what is in it in your heart. And when you convey that to your friend, you look dignified and you feel good. Okay, I have 7 minutes, but I got another 1/3 more. All right, I'm telling you, you're at a stage where it's grit. Okay, it's pure grit. So you decide how fast you want to go, you pay how high the price. If you are already in silver and above, you need to serve your team, help them, taproot, and build teams. If you can't serve your team, you have to bring in very competent people. And at a diamond and above is leadership. You have to create leadership and be a leader yourself. So, okay, I'm skipping. All right, this one, take notes, okay? Because I don't have time. Once you get to bronze, you will get to bronze if you enroll 25 people, customers, associates, somewhat. It will map out by itself. So this is your target if you are below bronze. Go build your base. And I'm going to tell you, it is uphill. You have to be persistent. It is uphill. These 700 to bronze, to me, is the biggest gap in the entire comp plan. Diamond to triple is not a problem. It's just volume. Do a get one free promotion, you get there immediately. What's so difficult, right? Volumes are cheap. When it rains, it comes. But you've got to get your system. So it's uphill. Trust the system. Go share. If you share with enough people and you do it right, it's going to happen. If it's not 3 months, it's 3 years. It doesn't matter. The money is the same. So do it at your pace and do it at what's comfortable. It's all about conversations and connections. And if you can work with people, it helps. When I first started, I worked with people who are cross-line because I don't have anybody in my team. And my upline is very far away. So bunch of people that you like and do something together or encourage each other. Don't be a lone ranger. It's very tough to keep fire if you're alone. And if you feel clumsy, it's normal. You will feel clumsy for a long time because it's a growing journey. So this is a clumsy and compassionate phase. But if you do it enough, you become competent and confident. You have to do enough to be competent and confident. You can't just get there and say, I'm leader, I'm confident, here I am. No. It doesn't get that way. Okay, that's empty talk. From bronze to gold, and this is where I think many people fail, because you can't do the same thing and go up to diamond. Something has to shift. So this is a stage where you have to start to lead by example. You don't sit there and say, now that I got 25 people, you guys go to work and then I'll go to diamond. Will you follow a person like that? That's exploitation. That's why some people hate network marketing. Because they say, you exploit means multi-level marketing. The people at the bottom work and you sit up there and collect passive income. I'm not stupid, I'm not going to join you. Lead by example. Be the harder worker because you need to command respect. You need to earn respect and trust. By now you are probably you're the expert third party for your friends, for your people. You may not have a real team yet. So build referrals. If you don't have people who wants to do it, ask them, do you have a friend that I can help you with? Is someone that I could help you call? Build a referral business. That will build your auto ships, that will build your volume, and you have more people that you can kind of like sift through and see if you can find someone who wants to do this with you. You build your chances. Help others to do what you did. By the time you are a goal, you're really good at what you do, but you have to start to create teams at this stage if you want to go further. So if you have a mentor that you're working with, get them to identify potentials. I used to ask David, how do I know if someone is a builder? And he's like, when you see it, you will know. I asked that 4 times in 2 years, and that's the only answer I got. And my husband goes, optical recognition, you know? But now I tell you, I can do that. If I meet someone for the first time, I'll tell my team, this one, mark them. But she says a product user. I know, it doesn't matter. This one. And if you ask me what is it, I find it very hard to tell you too. It's just something that we're looking for in that person. It's something. I can't describe it, David. You are right. When you see enough of people who's not the right one, you get the right one, you know it. Yeah. So when you do not know it, just bring many people in because the right one will surface. And if you see enough wrong ones, you will know the right one. So stop looking for builders. Very few people can prospect on opportunity alone. Very few. Unless you have experience and you're confident of the opportunity. I could not. I have no idea what the opportunity is until I went diamond. Then like, now I think I get it. If you ask me now, I only prospect opportunity because I don't have time to bring 30 people in. I can't take care of them. I will bring 2 in, say, you come under my wing, I will get you to diamond. And I will talk to everybody in your organization for you, with you, because I'm going to get you to diamond. So I don't go this way 30, I go this way, right? But at where you are, no, you have to go this way. So if you have 20 product users, it doesn't matter, it's still auto ship, it's still money, get them in. Okay, so from bronze to gold, you have to work on skill set. You have to read books. You have to go and learn. You can't remain the way you are. Go to platinum. If you focus on raising your D300s to bronze, you will make it. Help them to be good. Help them to build their business. Okay, be competent in 3-way calls. Teach others. You will have some builders. Some are really just connectors. It doesn't matter. As long as people are bringing people in and they're sharing it on the way that they're comfortable, on their terms, you will build. I don't have very strong builders in my group, but I have very strong service in my group. So this for me was the busiest journey because at that point I'm goal, I know everyone in my organization. I know that person because I've done a call for that person. And at the time, I was doing calls of what is the product, how to use it, how to do auto ships, how to redeem points, and how to handle detox. Everyone, I do 5 calls. Of course I know them. And then I decide, if I go diamond like this, I would die. So I told David, I don't want to go diamond. The money is good enough. I'm already almost full-time. And that's when he tells me, you can't go on like that, you'll do something different. A successful leader will tell you what you need to do and shift. So it's good to get someone to talk to sometimes on things like that. So you have to focus on leadership. And for me, this is where my passive income starts. I started to build tools and systems for duplication. I'm sorry. So I worked like crazy in 2020. I barely worked in 2021 because my team say, if you work that hard to go diamond, I don't want to be one. So I stepped back and I become a beach bum. I watched tons of TV dramas. I read novels. I did shopping. I did nothing except 3-way calls. My income grew 15%. So I told my team, I have proven that passive income works if you've done it right. If you put the right fundamentals, it works. And now I don't have to do calls anymore. I don't know the people that comes in because they have a tool that explains the product. They have a tool that explains how to use it. There's a tool that talks about how to redeem points. I don't have to be the one to say it anymore. If you are in a team where your leaders have done this, just use them. It saves you a lot of time. So Platinum Diamond, you are looking really at raising bronze and gold in every level of your organization where it's possible. The diamond requirements are one of the hardest things to understand. When I can't sleep at night, I read it 5 times to try to understand it. I'm not kidding. I had to do that for EMP as well. So understand the requirements and meet them one by one, and you will get there. All right? Okay, that's all the time I have. Thank you so much.